Why your July Social Security check is smaller, what you need to know. Millions of Americans are feeling the pinch this July when it comes to their Social Security payments. Many are discovering their checks are smaller than expected. This unexpected drop isn't due to a policy change, but a combination of adjustments tied to Medicare, tax rules, and past billing errors. Here's what's behind the July surprise and how you can navigate it. Why the July shock? When retirees and disabled individuals check their bank accounts or log into their Social Security portals, they notice less money than anticipated. This isn't a benefit freeze or rollback, it's a result of practical resets linked to Medicare and overpayment recovery efforts. According to a recent report by Tree, the Social Security Administration, SSA, has intensified its efforts to recover improper payments. Between fiscal years 2015 and 2022, $72 billion was wrongly paid out, prompting new overpayment notifications sent starting April 25. This triggered a default 50% withholding rate on future benefits, unless recipients appeal or request a waiver. What's causing the smaller checks? 1. Overpayment recoupment. Beneficiaries now see larger portions of their monthly payments withheld to reclaim past overpayments. This is a strict 50% default rule, but appeals or waivers can reduce the impact. 2. Medicare premium hikes. Those on Medicare Part B face automatic deductions for premiums. Some saw media increases due to income changes or late penalties, cutting into their Social Security take-home pay. Higher income earners may now pay more under income-related monthly adjustment amounts, IRMAA, which take effect in 2025. 3. Tax withholding shifts. Changes to IRS rules affecting voluntary tax withholdings could alter how much is taken from Social Security payments, especially for those with updated taxable income brackets. What can you do? Don't panic, there are steps to address this. Review overpayment notices. If you received a notice after April 25, act within 90 days, until July 24, to appeal, request a waiver, or negotiate a repayment plan. Check Medicare premiums. Log into SSA.gov to review deductions. If your 2023 income dropped due to life changes, complete Form SSA 44 to adjust your surcharge. Evaluate tax withholdings. Update your W-4V form to reflect current income and avoid surprises. Broader implications. These changes highlight a complex reality. Social Security isn't just about fixed benefits, it's also tied to healthcare costs, tax policies, and past billing mistakes. With over 72 million Americans relying on Social Security and 57 million enrolled in Medicare, even small adjustments in premiums or surcharges can significantly cut take-home pay. For many, every dollar matters, and a $200 deduction could strain daily budgets. But here's where it gets controversial. Should the SSA prioritize recovering overpayments over maintaining steady payments? And this is the part most people miss: how these adjustments interact with other financial obligations. What do you think? Are these changes fair, or should the system be more transparent? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Social Security wage withholding starts July 24, 2025. What you need to know. Get ready, because a significant change is on the horizon for millions of American workers. The Social Security Administration, SSA, is set to initiate wage withholding to recover overpayments. This move, while necessary from a financial standpoint, is likely to stir up discontent among those affected, as it will require many citizens to repay funds due to administrative errors. Mark your calendars for Thursday, July 24, 2025, as this is the date when the SSA will start deducting amounts directly from Social Security checks to recover an estimated $23 billion in overpayments. This situation is not just a minor inconvenience, it will impact a substantial number of individuals who have been overpaid due to various administrative mistakes. ###Millions of Americans will feel the impact. Recent estimates suggest that approximately 2 million Americans have been identified as owing overpayments since September 2023. These overpayments have arisen from a range of administrative errors, including changes in income, shifts in housing situations, or outdated information that was not promptly updated in the SSA's system. After a temporary halt in collections in 2023, the SSA has decided to resume the process of recovering these funds. This decision comes after the agency recognized the need to reclaim federal funds that were mistakenly disbursed. ###, a decision that sparks controversy. The decision to reinstate withholdings is not without its critics. In 2023, the SSA paused these collections following a strong backlash from the public and extensive media coverage highlighting the challenges faced by older and disabled beneficiaries. Many of these individuals found themselves in a precarious situation, being asked to return large sums of money, some reaching tens of thousands of dollars, at a time when they could least afford it. However, this pause was only temporary. The SSA has now announced that it will gradually resume withholdings, starting with the first phase on July 24. A spokesperson for the agency indicated that this initial phase will primarily affect those who have not responded to previous notifications or who have not established a payment plan. ###, how to navigate SSA withholdings. For beneficiaries who have received notifications regarding overpayments, the SSA offers several options to help avoid unexpected deductions from their benefits. Here are some steps to consider. 1. Request a waiver. If you believe the overpayment was not your fault and repaying it would cause undue hardship, you can request a waiver from the SSA. 2. Set up a payment plan. Establishing a payment plan can allow you to repay the debt over time, ensuring that you do not lose your full benefits in one fell swoop. 3. Contact the SSA. If you have questions or wish to dispute the amount owed, reaching out to the SSA directly can provide clarity and assistance. It is crucial for beneficiaries to pay attention to any letters or notifications from the SSA. Ignoring these communications could lead to automatic deductions from benefits without prior notice. As the SSA prepares to resume wage withholdings on July 24, 2025, staying informed and proactive is essential. Open communication with the SSA will be vital in finding a manageable solution and avoiding unexpected financial challenges. The agency has assured the public that it is working diligently to enhance its processes, aiming to make the management of overpayments clearer and more accessible for everyone. What are your thoughts on this controversial decision? Do you believe the SSA is justified in resuming these withholdings, or do you think there should be a different approach? Share your opinions in the comments. Social Security changes, what retirees need to know for July 2025. Social Security is on the brink of a major overhaul in the United States, and the changes will start affecting retirees' checks as early as July. The recent revelation by the Social Security Administration, SSA, that there is a staggering $67 billion deficit has sent shockwaves through the retirement community, threatening the very foundation of the U.S. retirement system. This deficit is not just a number, it's a stark reminder of the urgent need for reform and the potential for far-reaching consequences for America's retirees. But here's where it gets controversial. The SSA has been forced to implement corrective measures that directly impact retirees, one of the country's most vulnerable populations. These changes come after the SSA distributed approximately $72 billion incorrectly between 2015 and 2022 due to failures in updating beneficiary information. While these errors were not the fault of the beneficiaries, many now face the daunting obligation to return significant sums, even if they were unaware they had received additional funds. And this is the part most people miss. Traditionally, beneficiaries who receive improper payments had a 90-day window to return the money, with the government recovering only 10% of the monthly check to avoid severely impacting their finances. However, under proposals driven by the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, linked to magnate Elon Musk, there was a radical suggestion to recover 100% of the monthly payment until the debt was settled. This proposal was met with harsh criticism for its extreme impact. In response to the backlash, an intermediate agreement was reached, recovering 50% of the monthly check in cases where beneficiaries do not respond to notifications. This new policy will take effect at the end of July. The question on everyone's mind is, who will be affected by this decision? The most vulnerable will be retirees and people with fixed incomes who rely on their monthly Social Security check to survive. With reductions of 50%, many could see their basic needs, such as food, medicine, and housing, compromised. While this measure aims to alleviate the deficit, it will only save $7 billion over a decade, less than 0.2% of the total deficit. Therefore, it's not considered a long-term solution but rather a temporary response to a structural crisis. But what alternatives do beneficiaries have? Despite the new restrictions, experts recommend staying informed and making strategic decisions to maximize benefits. Delaying the retirement application beyond full retirement age could increase income by up to $23,760 annually. Utilizing the SSA's online tools to simulate payment scenarios and consulting with specialized advisors to avoid errors and learn about lesser-known rights are also crucial steps. As we look to the future, the pressure on beneficiaries to repay money incorrectly delivered, even when they committed no fraud or error, has raised ethical questions about how the system works in the United States, and how responsibility falls on the most vulnerable. If no structural reforms are implemented, federal estimates suggest the Social Security Fund could be depleted by 2033, leaving millions of retirees without their financial support. The time to act is now, and we want to hear your thoughts on this critical issue. What do you think about the proposed changes to Social Security? Share your thoughts in the comments below.